acquisition is difficult enough, but once you have the customers, how do you keep them? Hi, I'm Courtney Eckerly here at the MarketingSherpa Media Center at IRCE, and with me is Bryan Lalezarian, who is the CEO of MeUndies. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Bryan, tell me a little bit about MeUndies and your business model.
Sure. So we started the company about 4 years ago. E-commerce, we're selling men's and women's underwear under our own brand. And we really identified a white space in the market. So if you think about the market for men, you have kind of the lower end value brands that sell at Walmart and Target, or you have the higher end fashion companies at Bloomingdale's. And the female side, it's really Victoria's Secret, or kind of this uncomfortable shopping experience. It's not relatable, it doesn't talk to the modern consumer. Kind of the way we're getting used to talking to brands, where there's this level of transparency and connection between the brand and the customer. So the concept really started is, let's build this modern brand, we can sell to both, and create a great experience, really focus on the customer, make people feel good about this product they put on every day. You want to wake up and feel good every day, and so the lineup today consists of 4 different styles for men, boxer briefs being the most popular, and I actually brought one here that I could show you. They all come in the same fabric here, the same waistband. This is one of our most popular sellers. This design here is called Summer Trip. Every month we launch a new design. And we sell the same colors for women as well, 4 different cuts for women. So that's the basis of our company. We started as a subscription business. I'm happy to talk a little bit more about that. But we're based in Los Angeles, about a team of 50, and we have customer service, fulfillment, everything in-house, so we get to control our experience from A to Z. And I think that's been critical to who we are as a company.
And something that's been critical to your growth is the customer acquisition section, and then also keeping them around and keeping them going. So why is customer acquisition so difficult for marketers, and how have you dealt with it?
Acquisition or on the retention side?
Acquisition.
Well, I think so. We spend a lot of our time thinking about acquisition and then retention. On the acquisition side, the landscape's constantly changing. We're an online-only brand today, so we don't have a storefront where people can walk by and learn about us. So driving trial becomes a big part of our strategy, and the channels in which we do that have changed over time, whether it's radio or television or Facebook. Paid advertising has been a big successful channel for us today. But I think ultimately the key is creating a brand story that resonates with your audience, knowing who they are, and launching a differentiated product that people love. And I think that's been a big part of the success is people wear our product for the first time and they're blown away with this product. It's truly amazing. You have to kind of try to get that understanding, but I think that's what really leverages kind of word of mouth, and then ideally organic word of mouth becomes a big part of your customer acquisition strategy.
And you mentioned your subscription service, which I think has, we were talking before about how that's been a real help to you in the customer retention side.
Yeah, so we started out 100% subscription only, and the concept was you don't want to worry about logging in and ordering every month. Everybody needs underwear. You need 10 to 12 pairs minimum. You want to have a nice drawer full of great underwear, not old ones with holes in them with loose waistbands. So the concept was you sign up, $14 a month, you get a pair shipped to you every month that comes in a new design, and over time you never have to worry about it. So that was the original concept, and obviously we found it's a great way to constantly engage with our customers, and from the business perspective, it gives us a lot of visibility around what orders or revenue could look like going forward. So especially for a company like us, where we actually manufacture our product, and that could be a 4 to 6 month lead time, it's very important to know what you have kind of down the pipeline so you can kind of plan accordingly. So subscription has been a huge success as our company, and we try to drive more and more customers to that model as possible.
And another one of your kind of consistent touch points has been email marketing. So what have you been doing in that space?
Good question. So I think one of the big advantages of direct-to-consumer is you have this connection to the customer. So social media is a great example of that, but email is one of the best. And we tend to capture a lot of email addresses from people who are visiting our site. We think of our relationship with the customer as a long-term relationship. We want them to get to know us. It's not sell on the first visit. It's more understand who we are, what are our core values, what are our products, what makes them special. Talking a little bit about our manufacturing process. And I think over time, you build this relationship with the customer, and email has been a great example of that. So if you visit MeUndies, you could share your email with us, and you'll be put into a welcome drip campaign where you'll start off with a plain text email from a person at MeUndies, Jen at MeUndies, and she'll introduce you to the brand. It feels very personal. It's not full of imagery. It feels like a handwritten email. And I think that's a big part of success. We've tested these things all over the place with kind of subjects, content to the email, and we've learned that actually, believe it or not, plain text works really well. So that's been kind of like the beginning of the welcome drip, and over time we introduce you to the brand through email.
And that's part of the growth of that relationship and the continuous evolution, and
right.
You getting to know the customer better and the customer getting to know you better is constantly testing. And that was really surprising to me too, the fact that plain text, because it's a very visual thing, buying underwear, so you'd think that the more visual the better.
Yeah, no, it's I guess one of the things we've learned that is you should test all sorts of different things. A lot of times your theories may not be correct. Like what you think is common sense ends up not working out. And I think, look, a lot of it has to do with this email really stands out. You're used to getting a lot of marketing emails with new product launches, promotions, here's this offer, check this out. And it's, when you see a plain text email, it feels like, wow, someone wrote this to me. And it's different. It stands out from the crowd in a weird way.
So once you have these loyal customers, how do you leverage them back into the customer acquisition side of things?
Yeah. So we think some of the best brands in the world are great at kind of building a tribal following, and think of Lululemon, I think, is a great example of that. Anyone you talk to who wears their products is not wearing them proudly only, they're also just screaming about how special the product is, right? And that's what we try to achieve with our brand. And ultimately what's great about that is you build a tribe of followers who want to go out there and proudly share your story to other people. Tom's is another great example of a company who's done that really well. And so from day one, we've been doing a lot of kind of referral programs internally where as a customer, you can proudly gift a 20% off offer to a friend of yours. And as a gift to you, if you bring that customer to us, we give you credit for another free pair of underwear. So that's been kind of a paid referral program that we've had, but I think more importantly than that, organic word of mouth has been big. And the only way you really get there is by launching a great product that people love, feel amazing about, want to talk about, and almost want to like brag to their friends that they discovered it first, right? And I think that's a big part of the story.
Oh yeah, and that brand relationship is just really key when it comes to that sort of organic sharing between, you become a friend, and then they introduce you to their friends.
Word of mouth is still, ironically, it's probably still the most powerful channel for any business. I don't care if it's a dentist, an underwear company, even a retail store, a restaurant. Restaurants are great examples of that. The restaurants you see that always have lines out the door have great product, great price, and people love them and keep going back.
Yeah, and I think especially in e-commerce, people are so caught up in digital and data that they forget that creating a word of mouth sort of buzzworthy element can really go a really long way.
Yeah, I think partially it's because it's hard to control, right? You can control your media spend, but it's hard to directly control your word of mouth. You have to invest in a lot of things, and it's a more long-term mentality. So you need to have the patience to be able to wait for it and believe that it's going to kind of grow over time, right?
Well, Bryan, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and
thank you.
And thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
And if you would like to see more videos, go to MarketingSherpa.com/IRCE.